Ooh, ooh. Welcome to another Hot Mess Sunday with Sabrina's Craft-nanigans. Oh, let's see what kind of adventures we can get ourselves into today. Hey guys, it's Sabrina with Sabrina's Craft-nanigans here for another Hot Mess Sunday. Woo, it's hot outside, but let me cool you off by sticking with some Christmas in July. Our next couple Sundays in July, I'm going to stick with Christmas. Now remember Tuesday, I made this cute little manger scene in the first of the month collaboration, Christmas in July. I'm going to link that playlist down there so you can go see all the lovely ladies and all the Christmas crafts they made to get you in the spirit. Maybe it'll even cool you off a little bit. But anywho, I made this cute little manger scene right here, and I showed you guys a tree that I had in my stash, and I was in debate if I wanted to put that tree in the background or not. The majority of you said yes. Paint that tree and get it back there. But I had a great subby that said do it, but don't attach it. That way I could use it for anything. So that is the plan, and that's what we're doing here today on Hot Mess Sunday. Jump aboard, buckle your seatbelts, be ready for the moose. Can't remember if he makes many appearances or not. But anyway, you know, you never know when he's going to pop in. There he is right there. Booty and all. Okay? All right. You guys have a great week ahead. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share it out with your friends, hit that notification bell. I will be here for sure every Sunday at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. It'll be 7 if you're Eastern. Guys, show up, give me some likes, comment, subscribe. All you gotta do is go up over to my beautiful face over there, click on me and say yes, subscribe, cost you nothing. Bam! Because I see that almost half of my viewers aren't subscribed. Subscribe, guys. It doesn't cost you anything, and you don't ever have to watch me again. I don't care, whatever. Float your goats. If you just want to watch and you want to watch these hot mess shenanigans, go for it. If you like my crafts, get it. If you just like my crazy self, get it. I love every one of you, old and new subbies, and if you even aren't a subby, if you just watch it, I love every one of you. Let's jump aboard the Hot Mess Express, buckle your seatbelts, let's get our tree done, and here we go. Ooh, ooh. Hey, you guys. Okay, so remember on Tuesday for our Christmas in July first of month collab, make sure you go check that out. I will put that down in my description box if you have not seen that. I'll also have it plugged in here at the end of the video. But I made a little manger scene, and I showed you this tree right here, and we were in debate on if, well, I was in debate on if I wanted the tree behind the manger scene or no. Sitting up, it looks a lot better, obviously. And the majority of you guys said, yes, give us the tree. And then I had a fabulous, mooey, lovely subscriber tell me, do the tree, but don't attach it to the nativity scene. That way I can put it on if I want or take it away and use it for some other background. That's what we're going with. So for those of you that don't like it, we can remove it. For those of you that said to do it, we gonna do it. And I could use it for anything because I'm not gonna directly attach it to the manger scene. If the camera starts shaking, Moose is playing with the cord to the light at the bottom. So sorry about that. Sorry for the halo right there, because that's my other light, because as you guys know, on the Hot Mess Express, we don't know how to film and we don't know how to do lighting. That's just how we roll. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I told you I was just basically going to repaint this. We're going to get the tags off here, which some of them are already coming off, but I will take my heat gun. I will take my scraper. We'll get those little tags off, and then we will flip it to the front, and I am going to wet this down with my water bottle, and we're going to take a big scraper, daddy, on that one, and we're going to get all that off, and then it'll come down to a little bit of sanding. So let's see where this takes us. All right, guys, gonna go flying through this about 90 miles an hour. You know the drill. We're getting the glue off. We're getting the labels off. We're sanding. I'm gonna wet this sucker down. Gonna let it sit. I had to pop this apart. This was not only glued together, this had little tiny pin nails in it, which I didn't realize, and so I'm lucky I did not break this top tree. But thankfully enough, I did not. This whole spray it with water, let it sit and scrape it routine, this routine must have been repeated about 6,000 times. Okay, maybe exaggeration, maybe just 6, but I finally get them all scraped up somewhat pretty good, and I got my two sides that will at least look the best. Okay, between the sanding and the scraping, got my two sides coming up. Ain't she a beaut? But then I started to have a little bit of a problem when I came back to paint. I wonder what that problem could have been. Y'all, somebody stole my spot. Somebody stole my spot. Who stole my spot? Who stole my spot? Who is it, the Moosey Moose? Oh, did the Moosey Moosey? Oh, did the Moosey Moosey steal Mama's spot? Yes, he did. He stole Mama's spot. Where am I supposed to sit now? On the floor. Okay, that's probably what's going to happen, or I'll stand up. Because look at you. You're so cute. You hammered it up. Yeah, you little booger. Yeah, little turkey stole my spot. I tried to sit with him, but he decided Mama's big booty was too much for him and my mama's big booty, so he decided to leave. We're going to paint our big tree in Fern by Waverly, and we're going to paint our little one in Celery by Waverly. I had to give just the Fern green one coat, but Celery needed two, okay? All right, now I'm going to take my fan brush here, and I thought I was coming up with this great thing. So I'm going to take my Celery, and I was going to kind of fan it on and kind of just distress, but not distress it. I wanted to make look like it was like pine needles. So all over, right? Yeah, that was not turning out the way I wanted it to. I'm using my Celery paint here in case I didn't mention that 5 seconds ago, and I don't remember what I said. But anyway, and so I got too much on. Well, then I get my wipey and I wipe it. And then I keep trying to put it on there, and I'm just not liking this at all. So, well, we can't go wrong. We can always paint back over it, but let me wipe some of this off. Well, as I started to take my wet wipe and wipe it, I started to like it. This was like big, huge, happy accident. So I wiped it off, and then I kind of just made it go out to the sides, and I was like happy. I'm now dipping the wipey into the Celery paint and dabbing it on and then rubbing it in and kind of just swiping it to the sides. And now it looks more like a tree. And look at that. Look at that. Ah, happy accidents. Yeah. Never worry about making an accident with paint, guys, because you can always sand it down, repaint it if you need to. Now we're going to do the opposite on the little tree. We're going to take our fern, and I'm going to do the same thing with my fan brush, okay, except I used a paper towel this time instead of just on the glass board there. And I'm doing the same thing, which, nope, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's how I got the effect. So after I did the fan brush, I then took my wet wipe and I wiped it down to give it that pine feel. Sorry about these ring light shadows, guys. If you have any suggestions on how to do lighting for a phone and whatever, please help me. Okay, now so there's our two trees. Ain't they beautiful? All right, I'm gonna take my Snow White now. These trees are out in the snow, so I'm gonna take my distressing brush there, and I'm just gonna make sure I dab on the ends, and then we're just gonna tap. All I'm doing is pouncing it to make it look like I got snow on the trees. We're gonna do the same thing to our little tree over there. Don't that look so good, the way that worked with the wipey and the opposite green color? I'm so happy. And then I took my distressing brush and just spotted it, but then I decided, nope, we're gonna really make this look like snow, and I'm gonna get my fan brush back out, and you'll see me, I slowed it down here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna just dip it in my white. I'm gonna take my spray bottle of the water and dampen it a little bit and kind of wipe it back in there, kind of get some of it off, but I'm just gonna tap it, and you see the little white spots appear. Nope, he doesn't have measles or chicken pox. He's got snow. Ah! And then I just start using my other finger to tap it, and look at that. It has snowed on the tree. It's collected snow on top of the branches, and then he's got little spots all over. I was so excited. That's the best spackle, spritzel, spotty I've ever done. I think I was so happy, and I'll probably never be able to do it again. But that's okay. I did it this time. All right, so we want our little tree on top of the big tree. Your glue will hold better if you get some of the paint off. So I just took my sander, and I sanded some of that paint off right there. I meant to not paint there at all, but, you know, the brain just kind of goes on this derailment train hot mess express here. Okay, so we're going to take some wood glue, and I'm also going to use some hot glue. I'm going to go all the way around my edges, and yep, I just that on there, and then I will get my hot glue and put it where the wood glue is not, so that they don't kind of cross each other. And we'll take that, we'll flip that over. I'll line that up how I want it, and I will stand it up to make sure that they are flat down there at the bottom. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to get a paper towel to lay on top of it so the paint does not get scratched, because I'm going to put some heavy things like my paintbrush thing here and then a couple bottles of new paint to put something heavy on top to make sure that it does seal and stick. And I just let that sit for about 30 minutes while I went off and piddled around doing something else. Now, this is the back of that tree. So I just got a piece of craft paper cardstock, and I'm using a glue stick, and we're going to glue that to the back of the tree to make it look all pretty on the back. Yes, I did this part before I glued my trees together. That's why you see the little green tree up at the top. But the order of making the video made more sense to do it this way. Anyway, this was a whole big hot mess because I'm so picky on how things are pieced together. That wasn't big enough to do the whole thing, so I had to piece it to get the tops of my trees. And it wasn't lining up right one way, so I had to turn it the other way, and it still didn't come out great. But you know what? It looked better than it did. I'm going to take my little zip sander there, and I'm just going to go around there to get all the extra edge off. I cut a lot of the extra off to start with, but I'm just taking my zip sander now like we know to do. Always zip down. To get in the little floop, the little boopity-boops of the trees there, I just use a fingernail file, and there we go. So we got our back. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take Mod Podge once I got all that sanded and wiped off, and I'm just going to brush this Mod Podge all over the back and around the edges just to make sure that that paper sticks down there really, really good. After I did that, then I did glue the little tree on the front, but you know, I like to do things backwards in the video. I don't know, it's just made more sense to me. Anyway, hoo-hoo. I wasn't supposed to do a voiceover on this anyway. It was supposed to be me all natural, but that just didn't work out unless you guys wanted to sit here for an hour listening to me ramble. Okay, so our back and our front is done. Isn't that, I am really happy with this. Now, we're going to take my matte Mod Podge, because you know I don't like things bright and shiny. And I'm just going to put some matte Mod Podge on the front of this tree to make sure our beautiful paint job does not come off. Going to make sure I get the light one, the dark one, and go all the way around those edges again. That'll also put a really good seal on the paper on the back to go around those edges. And there she is. I need to make a stand for her on the back. I did not do. I'll probably just take a couple tumbling tower box, take care of that. There it is, guys. The tree is behind the cute little manger scene. I know it's kind of hard to see the little angel, but doesn't that make the little figurines pop out? Oh, look at that. Came out so good. We got some snowy trees, even though it took 5 hours to get all that paper off. Look at that. Look at that. It came out so good. And even if I didn't want the trees, well, watch this. Boom, no trees if we don't want the trees. Ta-da! Maybe I want the trees behind something else. Look at this. Let me set this up for y'all. Watch this. We could use the trees. Sorry, have a close-up of the tree there. Yeah, and then put our house that we made in front of it the other day. It's versatile. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Hope you guys love it too. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share with your peeps, hit that notification bell. I will be here every Sunday at 6 o'clock. I love all of you. Mwah. Y'all have a good week ahead. Bye, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tree. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Go subscribe and hit my picture up and to the right. I will see you guys next Sunday for another hot mess Christmas in July. Love ya.